I'm a 20-year-old with a chronic fatigue syndrome, currently in my second year studying physiotherapy. I became interested in physiotherapy when I was first seen for my CFS by a physiotherapist. The main symptom is extreme tiredness, and at the beginning it would mean I'd be sleeping during the middle of the day and night just to keep going. It took a few months for me to come to terms with how it affected me, and I was quite lucky in the fact that my CFS was not too severe when I was diagnosed with it. I was able to still get out of bed, and although I could and would be extremely tired, I was able to complete some daily activities. And even 6 years on, I've still got good and bad days, but I'm much better now at recognising sort of the signs and knowing when I need to rest and how to pace myself. Along with severe tiredness, I also suffer some severe migraines, and it can be very debilitating, especially at busy times. As my health was affected halfway through my GCSEs, I had to discuss with my school special arrangements to allow me to still attend school in a way that suited me. This only happened because I regularly communicated with teachers and the deputy head teacher. It never really occurred to me that I might not be able to go to university. I just assumed that I would be able to go like everybody else. On some of the open days, I spoke to the tutors and asked them about the ways the university might be able to help me and what sort of assistance would be available. Applying to university was the first time I really had to identify myself as a person with a disability. I only received one offer from the 5 that I applied for, and I did feel a bit like this might be because of my disability, although there was no real way of me knowing. I might have just not met the requirements. My university are extremely helpful and supportive. Within the first week of my first year, I made an appointment with the support tutor in order to discuss different strategies for coping at university. However, like with anything, it's only there if you ask for it, the help. The personal tutor system is there as well if you need someone to talk to, but they're not always the best person to help. I have not been out on full placement yet. It has been discussed, and the same conversation with clinical educators will need to take place to ensure that I'm safe with the patients and it's also safe for me. Luckily, CFS is a condition that can be managed by a physiotherapist, as I experienced, so I would expect there to be some level of understanding. Some reasonable adjustments will need to be made, such as small regular breaks, but that should be easy enough to arrange. Full-time work will be a challenge, but working in a routine and surrounded by other qualified staff that can help, it would be a challenge I actually look forward to. The key to being successful both at university and with a healthcare career, I think, is communication. Help cannot be given if people don't know that help's needed. Making friends is a key part in university life, and the way friendships are managed will depend on the type of disability that you have. Obviously, CFS means that I cannot participate in all the activities that I want to all of the time, and I don't especially enjoy going out on a social night with people, but my friends understand that, and we do other things such as going to the cinema. It's up to you to decide really whether or not you want to tell other people about your disability, and certain situations might prompt a need to tell people as it helps others to understand. The best thing to do, though, I think, is to get to know people first, and then you can determine who you may want to tell so that they can support you. Just don't be afraid to admit that you may need help. Help is there for a reason.